Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Scorpio, this is your waning moon reading from June 13th until the 20th when we're going to have the new moon in Cancer. I believe it's on the 21st actually. But you guys can check my dates. But this is the waning moon period. So this is a period when we're coming down off of the high of that full moon in Sag. That lunar eclipse comes some pretty intense energy. And this is the week to really pull back and retreat, rest, rejuvenate. It's also the week to sort of wrap stuff up that you might have been working on, wrap up any loose ends, then also starting to think about what it is you want to manifest with this next moon. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this. We're going to invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and our ascended masters to this space to deliver the messages that Scorpio needs to hear from June 13th through the 20th. Mind you, we do also have Mercury retrograding in Cancer on the 18th. All right, so let's go ahead and see what additional messages, or not additional, what messages we have for Scorpio from June 13th through the 20th. Okay, and we have summer solstice coming up, you guys. Sorry, I think the solstice is on the 21st. Check my dates. I'll maybe link some info down below for you. Scorps, you're working hard on releasing something. Okay, your overall energy here is the Nine of Cups. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. The Nine of Cups more explicitly is Jupiter in Pisces. The Nine of Cups is all about wish fulfillment. Something that you were really wishing for or hoping for, I feel like didn't come in for you for some reason. And it may also be that, or maybe it didn't come in the way that you were expecting it. Okay, so Nine of Cups in reverse takes us back to the Eight of Cups. There may be something that you need to let go of, because remember, when we don't manifest what we want or when we want, it's usually because it wasn't meant for us, or there's something better out there for us. Okay, so Scorpio, you guys are showing up as the Knight of Swords. This is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Explicitly, the Knight of Swords is about Taurus and Gemini, that time period. So it could be, something around, that May, June time period, that something that you were manifesting, or something that you did, or an important event that's affecting you all the way up until now. For some of you, it might have been a breakup. For some of you, you might have come into some information that sort of changed your outlook on a relationship or on a situation or your life or your spiritual journey. What's in your surroundings is nice. It's the Three of Swords in reverse, which is healing. So Spirit is really, really supporting you. Your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides are all supporting you in this release and in this healing. For some of you guys, this is a breakup. Okay, and it may not be a breakup that happened in May and June. It may have been something that happened a long time ago, but maybe you set some intentions around May, June, or maybe you heard from this person, something along those lines. But it doesn't, for all of you, it's not going to be a breakup. It's just some sort of sadness, some sort of sorrow, some sort of heartbreak that it could even go back to, past lives. Some of you might be doing past life regression stuff. Okay, so if so, in order to sort of heal your current situation. What's blocking you is the Four of Swords, so you're not there yet. But it's beautiful. You're supported in doing it, but you're not there yet. There's either something you're not seeing or something you're not doing, like you just haven't quite found that sweet spot. I know for me personally, I have a tendency to intellectualize my feelings, and I try to convince myself that means that I'm healing, and it doesn't. Okay, and that will come back later, and you'll realize, like, why am I sitting here bawling like a little baby over this when I healed it already, you know. And Spirit's just a reminder, reminding you that it's just a reminder that this is a major process. Okay, and so take the time to heal and clear those feelings, but don't put pressure on yourself like, oh well, you know, it's been 6 months, I should be there by now. No, like really, you know, it's a process. Okay. This is, you know, what's subconsciously affecting this situation is the Magician card. This is Virgo, Gemini energy. So a bit of Gemini coming out here. Actually, a lot of air energy coming out. But it's about communication. Remember, we do have Mercury going retrograde. So it's retrograding in Cancer, which is really going to bring back, you know, people, situations, etc., that we have to deal with, that we thought we had. Maybe we intellectualized something too much and we didn't deal with it. And again, it doesn't have to be a breakup. It could be coronavirus. It could be something that happened at work. It could be that you lost your job. You know, it could be many different things. But you're manifesting, okay? You're manifesting this. But if you didn't get what you wanted when you wanted, okay, the Spirit is saying, you know, because maybe there's a situation that needs to be healed that's blocking this from coming in. So again, patience, divine timing. In your recent past, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So something that, you know, having difficulty dealing with change, having difficulty maneuvering, navigating, you know, all these changing circumstances, whether that's within, whether that's a relationship you were in, a family situation, a love relationship, a job. It could be, again, the pandemic, everybody working at home, not being able to go out, some people dealing with illness, some people dealing with violence and injustice. I mean, all of us are confronted with that who are in the United States at the moment, you know, and this is change. This is big change, and change hurts. It's long overdue, okay, for the United States in particular, but, you know, we have, but it's not easy. So, you know, throughout the rest of 2020, we're going to be seeing that change coming in, but we're going to make headway, and then it's going to go backwards. We're going to make headway, it's going to go backwards, but the trajectory is upwards and onwards, okay, to a positive, beautiful future. And just a reminder for my Scorpios out there that remember, the light always wins over the darkness, okay? What's coming in from above, this is the High Priestess. You guys are massive, major players here. This is from you guys out there listening. Many of you are High Priestesses or High Priests. You might lead people in ceremony or in prayer. They could be full moon ceremonies. It could just be, you know, prayer before dinner. But, you know, this is you guys really being the boss here when it comes to spiritual matters and using your intuition. Some of you guys are getting major upgrades. Okay, I do get information, you know, with the eclipses as well. We're opening up portals. We're receiving loads of messages, and, you know, our DNA is being activated. Okay, so this, you know, you guys, some of you might be experiencing ascension symptoms. Some of you might find that your intuition is just on fire. Okay, and trust it. And Scorpios, you know, as a water sign, you guys are one of the most intuitive signs of all the zodiac. So, you know, I think you're comfortable there. But Spirit is just saying, you know, trust yourself here. What's coming towards you, I like this. The Two of Swords is sort of the minor arcana version of the Hanged Man energy. It's about pulling back. It's about making a spiritual sacrifice. It's about getting all the facts before making a decision. But in the reverse, it's kind of cool because she's made a decision. And this is probably based on her intuition. The stuff that she knows, okay, it's like this profound knowledge that each of us sort of have buried in our DNA, and that being activated and really helping you make this decision. So make sure you guys are praying, meditating, manifesting with the moon, whatever modality you like, okay, because there's something here that's being healed. Okay, and it will be healed, but I want you to be really aware of that and really do your best to, and it's not cutting you down and saying, well, you don't do it right or you haven't been doing it right, but just try to see where you can make little shifts and adjustments to really crack yourself open here and get to the heart of this, get to the heart of the matter, to the pain, to the trauma, to the heartbreak, whatever it might be, okay, and be nice to yourselves while you're doing that, but doing so lets more light in, okay? And then you get the Two of Swords in reverse, taking us to the the Ace of Swords, which is a new beginning, a new direction, total clarity, also alignment, alignment with spirit. Okay, doing, having your chakras aligned, and just receiving, receiving the information, the downloads that, that you were meant to, and that are going to really propel you forward on this healing journey. So Scorpios, I'm going to pull some Enchanted Spell Oracle cards for you guys. These are beautiful cards. They're by Priestess Moon. And I may read from the book for those of you who work with herbs and or essential oils. There's some really nice sort of spells and therapies that you can do with these cards. Okay, so you guys get intuition. Look at that. I love that. You guys are heavy hitters out there. My Scorps out there, you guys, your intuition is on fire. Confirmation and magic. Whew, some of you guys, I think, are starting to get into doing, maybe candle spells. Yeah, definitely. Maybe even money spells and things like that. So really quick, with the intuition card, it is, hold on one second. Doesn't want to show itself. Is the rowan tree, R-O-W-A-N, and it's known for its blood red berries and tiny star-shaped white flowers that connect it to the feminine energy and the goddess. Indeed, this strong female energy saw the wood, berries, and flowers used in rituals to honor the fiery goddess Brigid, and is thought to encourage the sight. Rowan is also known as mountain ash. When this card appears, you may have been receiving unexplained insights and feelings about small actions you can take towards fulfilling a dream. Yep. Learn to trust these gut feelings. The appearance of this card means that it's time to think big. No matter how wondrous your visualizations are, try to make them even more extraordinary. Instead of the negative, what we usually gravitate towards, this time start envisioning the best thing that could ever happen. Yeah, definitely. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, and then we're going to take a look at the Magic card. And the Magic card is elderflower. Ooh, yes. For those of you who do drink alcohol, there's a really wonderful, it's the Saint Germain. I don't have any affiliation with them, and but you can make some nice little potions with your friends with Saint Germain. The elderflower was one of the most useful herbal remedies in medieval times, with the flowers and leaves being found to contain anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and antioxidant properties. Elderflower wine is a well-known and delicious byproduct of fermenting the flowers with water, lemon juice, and yeast. The magical properties of elderflower include spell work for prosperity, health, and protection. When this card appears, it's time to stand in your power like a priestess. I told you, some of you guys are starting a business, or maybe you're just starting to sort of gather with friends. But this is a reminder of how powerful you guys are. Powerful enough in your spirituality to be leaders, okay? And the world needs leaders right now, especially light workers, okay? The key words for this card are confidence, skill, and creation. The priestess is a powerful manifester, able to create the things she needs in her life using both her heart and mind and the divine power of the universe. She has one foot in the physical world and one foot in the spiritual, acting as a bridge between heaven and earth. So you guys, your earth angels, some of you are also working with your angels, right? They're the messengers of the gods. And I'm seeing in my mind's eye, Spirit wants you to really take into account the Temperance card. So maybe you guys have some Sagittarius in your chart or are dealing with a Sag, but that, that bridge between, between heaven and earth, okay, from the spiritual to the material. There are also similarities between this card and the Tarot's Magician, which comes out there. Yep, so you guys are capable of creating the life and the change. Okay, whether that's, personal change, but I think also this is your role in what's going on in the planet right now. The change that is the coming of the age of Aquarius, and also that you guys, there are huge shifts in, in the patriarchy and hierarchy. And we see that. We see this coming to a head on a global level, on a national level. And remember that you guys chose to be incarnated here because you have the power to sustain this change and to help you know, help others get through this, to surf this wave, to propel it forward. Okay, body care. So please make sure you're taking care of yourself physically, getting enough sleep. Pay attention to what you're eating, what you're drinking, okay, who you're around. If you can't stand to be around someone or a couple of people, don't do it, okay? Archangel Michael. Yep, so I knew angels were going to come out here, especially with this Magick card. So again, some of you are working with angels. You may be doing angelic healings, but Archangel Michael is all about protecting you, and especially for those of you who might be, you know, frontline workers, or for those of you who are protesting injustice. You know, Archangel Michael is also, you know, the color blue. There's a reason why law enforcement uses the color blue, because he is one of the archangels of law enforcement. Now, by no means am I saying protecting those that have, you know, those who are you know, those who are part of the problem. But, you know, this is also like for those of you engaged in protests and who have to engage with law enforcement. First, that not all police officers are bad, okay? But there are bad people. They are everywhere. And there have been some injustices that have been allowed to go on for too long, okay? And it's like a cancer eating away at, you know, at this structure within our society. And people are no longer standing for it. And neither is Archangel Michael. So he's really supporting us in this, okay? Really supporting us in this change and offering protection. But he's also reminding us that, you know, we can't stereotype. Yeah, it doesn't mean, again, that all police officers are bad. Okay, this is more for the United States. Freedom for those of you in the United States, and this is freedom. Yeah, this is sort of like releasing This is the freedom that I'm really picking up on, is that moving away from that Capricornian top-down control structure, police brutality, breaking away from that, being free, really bringing about new social structures, change, you name it. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have the words for it. I see these images, like I see it, people being free to be who they are, like regardless of race, regardless of religion, regardless of, you know, economics, but having not only basic needs met, but being safe. Like being safe. And that's freedom. Knowing that, you know what I mean, that these structures are coming down, that things are changing. I'm having a hard time articulating it. I can see it. I see it as images. Okay, final message for Scorpio. You get the journey. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. The owl, wisdom. Number 29. This is the Mystical Shaman Oracle by Alberto Villoldo, Colette Baron-Reid, and Marcela Lobos. All right. And this card is, whoops, as I make a mess of everything. The journey is an invitation to step outside the boundaries of your life as you know it. The journey is not a holiday. It's called to be hermit-like and to go on a pilgrimage into the unknown. There are no maps to the territory you will be exploring, no marked paths or road signs. This is also that high priestess energy, right? It's sort of that unknowable. It's trusting your intuition, not really being able to see where you're going, but really trusting that you know and that things are going to be okay. The time to embark on the great journey is here. Don't linger on the port when distant shores are calling. Fearlessly draw your own navigational charts as you discover the route. When the time is right, as it is now, you will be led true, even when you are not sure of where you are going. It is the departure that is the most important. If you miss the boat, a great opportunity will be lost, and another ship may not arrive for a very long time. Yeah, so we have to be agents of change, trust our intuition. While I was reading this journey, Archangel Michael I know him as the guardian, one of the guardians of the South. So for some of you, that might have some importance or help you make a decision. All right, you guys, this is a very witchy, magical, high priestess, high priest reading, and it makes me happy. You know, as a reader, this is our energy. My empaths, my clairvoyants, my clairaudience, my clairsentience, my energy workers, my star seeds. This is our reading. And this is beautiful. So I'm going to leave it there for you guys. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, I want to thank you for all your love and support, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.